So like this, I just mentioned here. Then I wrote one model class, then repository interface. You can see that extends JPA repository, service interface here, and service IMPL. So there I wrote different methods. We have to throw some exception, custom exception, temporarily find when you try to get one object here. Okay. Now today I am going to write the continuation here. So I wrote up to remove operation by using URL rewriting. Okay. Now today I am going to write edit operation. Okay, I am going to write one edit operation. We'll try to get one ID. If ID is present, we'll load the object from database and send to edit. If ID is not present, again redirect back to all. Okay, read the ID from database. If it is present, go to UI. Okay, by using themely form concept we are using here, show edit. Like this, I am writing one method here. Okay, it's a return null. There I'm just using @get mapping here. Okay, slash edit, show edit. We have to read one request parameter ID and go to UI, it's a model. There I'm writing here, service dot get one object, get one employee object. It's a employee. So if you give one ID which is actually not present, it may throw some null value. Actually, it will throw some exception, but it may throw null also. So here temporal, let this be. Now I'm just taking this object and sending to UI. It's a model dot add attribute. Object name I'm just taking as an employee and it's a E. Go to edit page. Employee edit. Okay, dot HTML we have to create. Okay, so I'm just writing it's a edit operation. Okay, show data in edit. That's also called here. Show data in edit. Okay, so here read ID in controller. Okay, check in DB for existed object. Read database data using find by ID. Send this object to UI for form binding. Okay, I just want to send this data here for form binding employee. So we have register page, right? I'll better copy this register page entirely and paste it. There I'm writing it's edit. Okay, it's a themely form we have to create. Okay, there I'm writing th:\object. And this update link we have to write it later. th:\object link with a bidirectional object. Look at the object name what you are sending from database. See, it is loaded from database. This object I'm just linking to UI. Okay, now in the place of name, please replace with th:\field. It's a bidirectional form. Okay, this I'm just writing it's a bidirectional form like this. th:\field, like this I'm just writing in the place of name. Curly brace close and close. Okay, submit. Here I'm just writing it's an update. No message I'll show here. I'll just go to data page once it is updated here. So here, this one half of the code I wrote. So loading the data into this form. Even I want to show ID. Why ID? Because based on the primary key only, it will update remaining values here. Which ID we are just updating, I want to show here. Okay, if you go to employee class here, there I'm mentioning it's a EMP ID. Right. This should not be editable. Just I'm writing it's a read only, non-editable field. Based on primary key, other values you can update. Okay. So here, and finally, we have to create a hyperlink in the data page. This hyperlink we constructed using URL rewriting. Okay, so I'm just writing this time for edit also here, URL rewriting hyperlink here. href. Now @employee/edit. If you want to send something like question mark here, mention parenthesis and what is the key and what is the value. This is a value. So URL rewriting, I'm just writing. Okay, when you write this line equally, see what is actually going to do here. Okay, especially this path. Okay, when you write this path here, see, I'm just making multiple lines for your understanding. Okay, so what is the meaning of this one? Convert to an URL, something like here, http://employee/edit. Question mark ID is equals to, at the runtime, this will be replaced with some value, example 101. Okay, that's the meaning here. Okay, when you write URL like this, URL construction like this, that is converted to in this format. This is called URL rewriting. Okay, so static path and dynamic path. See, this is a dynamic path here. This ID is a static here. Of course, this one, even it's a static, it's always fixed. Okay, we have to go to particular one here. So it's a equal meaning here. Okay, link we given like this. Okay, equal meaning will be converted to this one. Okay, it's a static path and dynamic path combination here. Just for your understanding, I wrote into multiple lines. It's a single line content. Okay, so here there will be multiple rows printed. For every row, I want to create edit hyperlink like this. Now, okay, observe, it's not over. Just showing the data in the edit page is done. On click, we have to read form data and redirect. That's not done yet. Okay, running this application and see here. It's a port number 8080. Localhost, so :8080/employee/all. No data available. Go for register. Sample dev Syed QA Ajay BA. Okay, go to all. See here. Now see, this is internally converted like see. This internally converted here. /edit question mark ID is equals to 1. /edit question mark ID is equals to 2. /edit question mark ID is equals to 3. If you look at it, it's a static path. This is dynamic, every time changing. Okay, how can we construct this one? Okay, there I'm writing @ it's a /edit bracket parenthesis. I'm just writing ID is equals to, it's a $ob.empid. Like this I'm writing. When you write this, actually it will generate internally. This $ob.id will generate this value. Remaining will be this one. You can see this. Now, if you see, just click on this link, see data loaded into form. ID you cannot modify, I'm just typing. Keyboard, I'm just typing, but nothing changing here. It's a read only. Yeah, it's changing. It's not read only. So here, ID you cannot modify, just I'm updating QA. Of course, I did not write the code. See, click on this one, look at the URL. Are you able to see the URL? It's a 3. Okay, click on the second URL. See URL, it's a 2. So that is loaded here. Okay, when you just click on the particular one, that is loaded into form. Okay, that is actually edit operation. Show the data in the edit page. That is method number 5 I wrote here. Method number 6, now again read form data back and save it again, redirect back to all with some message successfully updated. Public string, okay, update data. It's similar to save operation, but bit different here. It's a return. Just I'm writing at the rate, it's actually post mapping. It's a form data. So update. Whatever the form action that you have taken must be matching here. Form action is just update here. I have taken same URL I'm writing. Read form data by using model attribute. Okay, class name, object name. Okay, redirect to on success, redirect to all. It's a redirect attributes. Okay, just I'm writing here service dot update employee. Okay, just I'm taking some redirect attributes even. Redirect to all. Message employee updated. Like this I'm writing here. Okay, now command just do press enter all. Okay, no data because we are using HBM DDL auto create. Every time creates a new table. Even you practice with the same, nothing to worry. So there I'm writing it's a register, name, sample. Just I'm writing it's a dev, click on just create. Sufficient, come to all. Okay, look at here. I just want to update the salary, then HRE and TA should be updated. HRE and TA should be updated. If I modify this value should be recalculated. Let us see. And the name also I'll just modify. Sample EAA. Okay, I'm just changing to 2000 QA update. Okay, it is showing null and null. Hey, why null and null? Because you did not write the logic here. Okay. Okay, because I wrote the code in the save method. Same calculations we have to do in update method. Okay, same calculations we have to do in update method also. But if you write like this, it's called duplicate code. It's a dry principle, duplicate code. Do not write duplicate code anytime actually here. That's not a good approach. Okay, just I'm writing up to this to calculate here. Go to register, click on create, come to all, click on edit. Okay, change the value to something like 300 or 1000. It's a QA update. See, 1000, it's a 120 and 30. Edit. It's actually here. 500 update. It's a 60 and 15. Working perfect. So it's actually updated. Now just I'm doing a small modification. Please concentrate. I have some common code in two methods. Is that a good approach, writing same code 2 times? Can I call it a good approach, writing same code 2 times? No. Okay, then what I'm trying to do, I am writing another method, something like a calculate data. Okay, calculate data, I'm writing a method here. Okay, there I'm keeping the data. Okay, instead of writing in this one, I'm writing a separate utility here, employee util. Calculate data. There I'm passing this employee object. Okay, employee util, create a field. I'm just creating employee util. A utility class I'm just creating. Create a class employee util. A reusable code for multiple service methods generally here. Auto void. There I'm writing @ component. Okay, and here I'm just mentioning the method calculate data. Okay, so here, whatever the logic that you have, writing here. Same method, just I'm calling in the service. A good approach. It's a good approach. No, sir, I'll not write like 2 times. Very good, no problem. Okay. So here, writing a class separately and reusable. A reusable code representation I wrote here, that is for calculation purpose. Now let's continue. Okay, just I'm writing this one continuation here. Please check it here. Running this application. Again, go to register. Same output should come. Syed, 1000, dev, create, all, see the data, edit, able to see. I'm just changing to 90, update, look at the values updated. Okay, that's working perfect. So here I wrote a utility class here. Okay, just I'm giving as a note here. Employee utility is created for duplicate code. Existed at multiple service methods. Okay, that's actually exist at multiple service methods. Instead of writing multiple times, I just use that. Okay, I'm just reusing this one here. Okay, observe, I'm just doing a slight UI designing part. Okay, I'm just doing UI designing part. Meanwhile, I'll just give the code up to this. What is the code I wrote actually for edit and update? Edit means showing the data in the edit page. Okay, update. So what I wrote today in the controller, two methods I wrote. Why two? One is to show the data in the edit, and second one do the data update. Controller methods. Okay, and now employee edit.html file we created. So this is a bidirectional form we created here. Themely form. You can see here. TH colon field, it's a read only, non-editable field. Read only indicates non-editable field here. Okay, so here I just mentioned here. Read only. It's update and link bind with form object here. Okay. I'll do one thing, even I want to keep old files also as it is. Okay. All these files, I'm just creating another folder here. New folder, backup views. I'm just pasting there. Backup views, because I'm just going to do some UI designing here. Some people said, no, sir, we don't want any UI designing. We'll learn, we separate later. Your interest. So that's why I'm just keeping in the backup views here. Now let me open this register.html. I'm just doing some designing part here. Look at. Okay, there is a bootstrap. I'm just going to use this one. Bootstrap designing. To make easy designing and fast coding, I'm just using Visual Studio Code. Okay, this is a Visual Studio Code I'm just using here. First of all, adding the Bootstrap link. I can do code bit faster here, nothing else. Okay, there I'm writing. It's a div. Class is equals to container. It's a div. Class is equals to, it's a card. It's a card header. It's a card body. Card footer.
This is your recording which we stopped last time.
Visual Studio makes coding easy for UI design. It looks like this. We'll do some better designing even. Okay, there I'm writing bg hyphen primary text hyphen white text hyphen center. You can do even still better one. Just I'm giving some basics here. If you go to UI classes, there they will give ultimate designs. Okay. Now here class is equals to form hyphen control. Okay, and button I'm just writing here. Button hyphen success.
So today we'll see
Message not equal to. No, some condition I'm just writing, pasting here. Look at this. Okay, now I'm running this application. Visual Studio just is a static design. Your STS is a dynamic one. Register. Sample, salary, department, create.
look here.
Okay, go to all.
So there I stopped.
Okay, all page also I'll just take. So here all HTML, data.html code I'll just copy. So creating a new file,
Here.
employee data.html,
You about the
paste it,
use
come here,
cases. So
copy the top line.
What we were discussing is about
Okay, under head section, paste it.
types of use cases are there. What is the
Okay.
meaning of this CRUD operation, and the same operation you can apply for this case study.
There I'm writing here table.
Draw the diagram.
Class is equals to
I have given
table.
the functional requirements.
It's a hover effect. Let us just see
how to
better.
identify the use
It's a static designing only. That's why it shows like this.
Ridge line, mountain, features, company. Then some examples I have given here, like when you are calling, you are doing a call. So your use cases are like this: record an order, record delivery, update order, sign in driver. So these are all the steps, these are all the use cases needs to be considered when you are designing an information system. So as I told you, use case is nothing but an activity.
Okay.
So if you consider the use case, then we can define
with better
the requirements of the functions that it performs. What are the functions that it performs? There are basically two ways.
It's a button danger.
These diagrams. One is by identifying the goal. What is your goal? Is one way.
It's a warning.
Is based on the events. Events means something, some activity may occur at a particular specific time. Okay, like for instance, registration will begin at every start of the semester, like that.
It's a static design only, not a dynamic one.
You have to give like this, starting with verb and ending with noun, every use case. So you have seen many use cases which I have shown. So here I have shown to you many use.
Come here, come to all. It's a bit better design here. Okay, click on edit, update, employee one updated, delete, employee one deleted. See here,
are some use cases examples I have seen shown.
Slash register. Yeah, that's why I'm not touching this existed files.
And now
Without a design files also there.
this is a verb.
Okay, designing, okay, is an additional task, sir.
So these are
Okay, that's your interest whether you want to do functionality important as a backend developer here.
verb now.
Okay, edit page also. Now you can copy and paste the register page in the edit.
Now
Just changes in the edit page again.
this is called.
Okay, it's an edit page.
This is called.
Okay, it's actually update operation.
What is this?
th:" object is equals to, it's a dollar.
Which you are going to design. So for
Read the object, it's a employee. Next, name must be replaced with th:" field for bidirectional.
Okay, so first technique is user.
It's a th:" field and curly brace close.
So identify all the users who is going to use the system. So if I say SIS, write down who are
It's
the
update.
actors.
Now message not required because it will redirect.
That will use the system. If I say
okay, ID also we have to write.
Who are the actors, like students, teachers?
It's ID.
Registration staff.
It's a EMP ID.
Administrator.
And read only.
Etc. So these are the.
It's a non-editable.
Actors. Who are they? Understanding this one, students, what I am writing.
All. Edit. Error.
These people are called actors.
EMP cell.
System you have to identify like this.
EMP department.
Suppose if you are doing any other system.
Okay, IDC, it's a non-editable field. Look at the background color also slightly changed. It's a because of read only. Observe this one here. Just I'm writing here. Test 1.
What will be the
6000 update.
Right, like in our library, if you
like
understand, it can be a student, or it can be a teacher, or it can be an administration staff. If you attend
Sudhakar Sharma sir classes, they will teach really good. Okay, Srikanth sir also will give better. You can just go to these links for Bootstrap. If you don't know what is Bootstrap and all here, I'm just giving here.
Services to your system. Like that, you have to
Bootstrap.
For example, another instance.
Okay, so it's actually Twitter API. Bootstrap is a Twitter API used to design your application with a nice output. Nothing else. It's not any functionality. It's just colors. Okay, ready-made classes or CSS class are available. You're just adding those here.
Okay, bank.
Okay, Sai Krishna, I don't know. Please contact admin for those details.
So like this.
Okay. You can so this one just I'm mentioning here.
These people are called as actor.
You can just go through this.
Actors are nothing but.
Okay. Now let me continue here.
The user who is going to use the system. So interview those people.
Now see.
If you ask them.
Here I want one requirement. If I enter the name, of course, our email ID, whatever you take here, I'll just add one email ID. Duplicate email ID is not accepted. We have to write one Ajax call programming here. Look at, I'm just adding some additional inputs. Please concentrate in the register page. I'm just adding some additional inputs. So far we have done up to this. Let us just add one by one additionally here. Okay. So here it's the gender. Input type radio. Name is equals to EMP gen. Value is equals to
tracking. Support.
Value is equals to
facilities. Like that.
It's a male.
I need to
female.
The items means I want to send the items. So I have this use case. In this use case, these are all the functional requirements you can design later. But now this is one
gender. That's fine.
Okay.
And so what else we add? Email ID.
Items you need to know where is that item. So for example, like from Muscat to Dubai, you are sending.
I'll add even other inputs also temporarily.
After one day,
EMP mail.
website here, where is this one? Tracking. So you will have
Fine.
to type the ID of that.
Okay, temporarily I'm just adding these two, gender and EMP mail. Okay, come to model class.
Where is this one?
There we have to add variables like this. EMP name. Wherever you write, no order required. It's a EMP gender and EMP mail. Variable name must be matching.
So that is one of the use case.
EMP gender, EMP mail.
Saying the details. So
okay, now same things we have to display in the data page also.
So
okay, if we just go to emp data.html. okay,
so this is the use case in that scenario. So you have to identify this potential
gender, mail,
shipping person, the use case of this one.
EMP gender,
line mountain,
EMP mail.
the customer sales.
Make sure that variable names you are writing perfect.
This is the user.
Okay, come and just do register.
See, for customer, what he will do? He will search for item.
Okay, I think I stopped this application.
After searching item,
no.
The shopping cart.
Repeated column mapping for entity name,
you rating, comments,
e-name.
So when you go to supermarket,
it's a EMP gender.
Put item in the basket.
EMP mail.
Like that, these are
names I just gave copy pasted.
Manager, you will add the product information.
Okay, name, sample, salary, mail,
so when the
abcd@gmail.com. department, something like a QA create. Employee 1 created, just come here and all see like this. Okay, when you click on edit, those values also I just want to show there. Okay, in the register page, gender and email you wrote here. Go to edit page. It's a TH:" field.
Person means a person who can ship the items. So if I ship the items, I want to send the items to your home.
Like this I'm writing.
These are the requirements. Ship items, track.
Yeah, now we are able to get the values here. Okay.
This is one
ABCDMN.
Gave you this
it's a 9 update.
And based on
ABCDMN and 9,000 salary updating and dev. That's a perfect one here. Now listen my requirement. Okay.
What they can do, they can register, they can draw, they can add.
So I just want to write Ajax validation. I'll add some other inputs also later. Just observe this one. Look at.
Now, second technique is the goal tech. First technique is. So whatever I explained to you now, that is given here. See, find out the users first. Who will use?
So I just want to implement
system which you are going to
Ajax validation.
Okay, shipping, marketing.
I'm just writing for Ajax validation. One of the most last interview question. So please concentrate.
Who are they? They are at the middle.
If you want to implement Ajax validation here, okay. So how it is actually going to be handled? Okay, without reloading the complete page, partial page if you want to do modify and load, then Ajax is used. Okay, the name Ajax indicates here asynchronous JavaScript and XML.
What are the list the use cases? What are the use cases? What are the use cases we need to perform? 1 second.
Partial pages and no need of reload entire page.
Find the goals.
Okay. Hello.
Check whether there
hello
are
1 2 3
repeated use cases in your diagram. If it is there,
okay. So Ajax stands for asynchronous JavaScript and XML.
Users can use use the
Okay,
same
why this is?
use case.
If you want to submit the partial page, you want to submit the partial data or partial request, we can also call, and no need of reloading of entire page, no need of reload here. In that case, generally Ajax validation or Ajax concept is recommended.
Both.
This Ajax concept can be implemented by using either JavaScript or jQuery.
So I
Okay, for example, look at carefully, just observe here.
review the
I am entering the name,
each type of
email,
So
okay, and some other inputs actually here, gender, like we have different inputs. At last we have submit button.
the use cases. Then go and interview the users, stakeholders.
At last we have submit button.
So based on this technique,
Concentrate.
designed
Here I have an email input.
now the second
Okay.
technique, as I have told you,
See, when you click on submit button, complete form data will be sent.
the events.
Yes or no?
The events as like
When you click on submit button,
now,
complete form data will be sent to server. Yes or no?
means something that
Yes.
occurs at a specific
Complete form data will send. But I don't want to send complete data. I want to send only this email section. When you modify this value and go to next input, you enter the name,
second week
you enter one name,
beginning.
you enter one email ID, and you go meanwhile other filling values here. Okay, only this partial data email, you make one request. Go to application, check with the database, is that exist or not.
So events are
Okay, if exist or not exist, get some response message and print in this area. Okay, some beside to that one here, without reloading the complete page. Submit the partial data. Okay, process and fetch the data and print without reloading or modifying this page. No need to submit the entire page, no need to reload the entire page. Okay, that is called divide the page into partial parts here and execute. For example, if I enter aa@gmail.com and you meanwhile you enter some other values. As a user, you enter meanwhile some other values, it will show already exist like this below. It will make a request here. Okay, it will get the response here. Okay, already exists, try something different like this. Okay, the best example, I think you people may watch cricket matches.
Paying.
Score. What is the best website to view the score, cricket score?
Use case is produce monthly statement. So I will give you the bill every time when you
okay, so here let us just take some ClickBuzz or Cricinfo,
or whenever
like this we have.
Coming to the end, like October, today we are having 6th October.
Okay, there they may show some statistics.
Last week we are going to get the bill from
comments will be given here.
So that is a
scores will be given.
The system
overview will be given. Okay, see, this is single web page. Single web page. One web page is converted into multiple parts. This is one section, another section, one more section, one more section. Same thing is actually called component based in the Angular. One web page divided into multiple parts. Okay, when it wants to load only comments, okay, comment section will make the request and get the data here. Okay, it no need to load this entire page. Are you following? Only comments will be updated. Okay, score will be separately updated here. Okay, overview and even this charts images will be updated separately, like that dynamically. Okay, when the comment section is updating, no need to reload this course area. Okay, this is separate and this separate here. Divide the page into multiple parts and those can be make request in the parallel. No need of reloading the entire page. Such a process actually implemented by using Ajax. Okay, by using same concept, Angular and React also designed. Okay, multi-components concept. Single page divided into multiple components and finally added to one master component or root component. Okay, so now the requirement, listen our requirement. I'll enter the email, I'll go and fill gender and some other values. I'll not even click on submit. Meanwhile, you fill the remaining values. It has to make a request to database without submitting the complete page. Without submitting the complete page, only email ID and the get response print here. Okay, that is actually called partial area submission, and without reloading, print the response message. Okay, that is actually Ajax concept I'm using.
Minus
Asynchronous JavaScript and XML used to submit the partial pages or partial section and no need of reloading the entire page. Got the clarity of this Ajax here? Okay, here I'm not teaching the UI technology Ajax and all here. My target is actually integrating with the backend process. If you want to learn more about Ajax here, better attend UI classes. Now my target is integrate with the backend. Okay, now question number 1. Let us see who will give answer. Employee table is there, EID, ENAME, ESAL, email. There is a email ID given. Table is having some data. Data is there, some dot data is there. Write one SQL query to find given email ID exist in DB or not.
From whom you will buy?
Answer. I'll wait for your answer. At least concept name. I'll give an email ID. I want to know given email exists or not.
Buy from supplier.
What is SQL query?
Search. You need to find his name. Who is the
Correct,
person
almost Chandu.
supplying me the laptop?
No, Sai Krishna, I'm asking SQL query.
Supplying me the books. So
I'm asking you to write one SQL query.
have to record.
I'm asking any data JPA programming and all. Okay, Oracle, MySQL, SQL query, SQL query.
This is one way of doing the use case with the help of identifying the external actors.
We can use some concept of count.
For example, customer wants to buy it. So customer will interact the system.
Email is equals to given value, or like also you can use here.
Update his address.
Count.
Wants to update his
of course, count of email also you can take it.
Wants to update the brand.
If the count is actually
so these are
0,
the events of
not exist, else exist. Understood the concept?
As I told you, internal outputs needed at particular point. See, management is preparing the report. Operational report, detailed transactions.
For a database, we can use jQuery, Sayed. Really, I don't know.
So these are all temporal events which will take place at a particular point.
So I just want to execute a query in the database table so that it has to return some count. I want to know whether the given record exists or not. Now I am writing a query here. Okay, duplicate email ID is not allowed.
They will send you the bill.
Okay, look at. Go to repository, custom query method.
Okay, so this is the
public. It's a long. Of course, you can take integer also.
Customer thinks about
okay. Get a count. Get a employee mail count. Like I'm writing, it's a string email. @query.
Customer goes to another mall, Walmart.
There I'm writing it's a select from where, from employee. Okay, so here I'm writing it's a count of e dot go to employee emp mail, where e dot emp mail is equals to email. Count I'm writing like this. Find by will return the complete object or it will return null. I want count. Chandu, we can use find by, either it will give object or objects, okay, or it will return null. I don't want that. I want to know given email ID exists or not. That's it. That is my target here.
So I want to see the catalog.
Okay. Now I just wrote like this. Now this method I am writing in employee service.
Based on jewelry. These are all the different
okay. Write the method in employee service IMPL.
Event is customer if he
come down,
like any product,
control space, enter.
The items available in your hypermarket.
Now there I'm writing repo dot get employee mail count.
place the order,
which returns actually
the
here
order has to be recorded. Or
integer
once the
count.
the order has
Now I'm
to be
writing
recorded.
here boolean exist is equals to is count
Wants to check
equals to that is actually greater than 0
one event.
if it is a
Else
true,
one event
yes exist, false not exist. I'm just writing like this, exist or not. Now see, instead of writing it's a boolean,
and ask that person
is the employee
take your bill,
male exist,
factura, invoice number.
that's a method.
Then he enters into the system. Then he will cancel your transaction. He will give you money back or something. So
Okay, like this I wrote here.
transactions are their sequences.
Observe. Now instead of writing this much lengthy, if you really understand, I can even write like this.
So assumption, don't worry much. These
That is also equal.
design,
No sir, I don't have that much clarity.
until design.
Better I'll write it.
Don't worry what.
Okay, greater than symbol
in the system
returns what type of output?
develop based on.
What is the data type of greater than symbol?
Just wait until design.
Int.
User logs
Great.
the system. So these are design. You want to change the password. Change
No,
the password.
it's not int, it's a boolean. Greater than symbol returns boolean output.
User wants to change.
Okay. If it is true, why again you need to return true separately? Return this value. If it is a true, return this value only. If it is false, return this value. If it is true, then go for a true section. If it is false, then go for false section. Again, why separately? You can directly return this section value only. In the place of count, I wrote this. It's a short format. Okay. Now I'm just asking a question. A greater than B question mark true colon false and A greater than B.
Change the password.
This expression 1 result. It's a boolean type of course. Are they same or different? Will they return same value or different value? Two expressions.
You can identify the
100% same. Because A greater than B assumption is returning true, then we are executing true section. If it is a false, we are executing false section. Hey, why you are again going to false section and true section? You return this value only. A greater than B value only you return. Okay, this result is a true, then directly return the same value here. Here also I'm writing the same. Why true and false separately? Count greater than 0. In the place of count, this expression. A short format. Yeah, that's why I gave in the comment section. You may get doubt. Okay, I kept it separate.
Next technique is that use.
Yeah, if you want some different data type, something like a string and double, then you have to go with above expression. True and false if you want, then directly you can come to below one. Okay, now finally I am coming back to controller method. In the controller method, I am just writing some logic. Okay, so that is actually here. Email ID exist check. Please listen carefully. Just I'm writing public string validate email.
What are they? We will see now. Customer.
I'm writing string message. It's a empty.
Customer account in your system.
Return.
Customer.
It's a message. Okay, it's just I'm writing it's a get mapping. Validate.
This is the operation.
Okay, they read the data.
What you are going to create.
Assumption some email ID will come here. String email. Okay, this email ID exists or not, we have to check. If service dot, just now I wrote here, is email ID exist.
The
message
and the use case verification.
Email ID.
Search the customer means you will write the query like select star from.
Or simply email.
This is the use case to search the customer, to search the
already exist.
To update the information.
Like this I will write return message. Okay, observe carefully. Generally return type will be page name. Generally return type will be page name. You can see here our controller method show string return type. Edit.html. This is a HTML page name.
So you can do
employee edit.html. It's a employee edit.data.html. Employee register.html. Now the return type is HTML file. Is this HTML file?
Customer.
Do you think it is a HTML file? employee already exists dot html we have to go.
Like that you identify the
No, it's not html itself, it is a response. Understanding? See, we have to send a response. This time response is actually string.
and for each
Okay, string, not a html file name.
the instance, creating new instance.
Hope you're getting my point.
Creating the new
Return type itself, response itself a string, already exist message. I have to say, hey Spring container. Okay.
instance.
Yeah, we have to give some warning or pop up some error message. Very good, Sayed. Okay, but the point is, I want to say it's not a HTML file name. Okay, yes, this is file name. Edit.html, data.html is a file name. Okay, then we have to say itself, it is a response. So we have to add one annotation. It's a response body.
There is an information.
Look at line number 96. That is the only annotation we have to learn. Remaining all normal database programming and all here. Are you able to see line number 96?
So if needed, use case
line number 96. Now let me explain that one. I wrote a class home page, home controller.
New one, you can add any new
@ controller. Please observe.
Situation.
String show home.
Now
Written, it's a emp home.
You can merge.
When you write @ get mapping, okay, slash show you entered, assumption. If we enter slash show in the browser, it will internally call emp home.html. Hope you're clear with this. String show message. Okay.
You have some data which is very.
I just want written here. Employee exist. @ get mapping. Just I want to write it's a validate. When you try to validate, it should never go to employee exist.html. No. Don't go to employee exist.html. Okay, itself it is a message. Okay, send it as a message, as a string. Then we have to add one annotation. @ itself it is a response placed inside the body. Understood this annotation here? If you don't write this response body, it will go to view resolver. It will add prefix and suffix. If we add response body, return type itself given as a response back to the UI or client from where exactly call has come. Okay, understand this point? @ response body. We'll see this even once you go to RESTful web service even. Not only string, it even returns JSON, okay, even XML, but string format only finally. Okay, this is used to
this diagram you can draw now.
Return data as given format string.
Changing the information here.
Do not go to view resolver. Okay, it won't involve view resolver. Okay, something like here pages or okay, or something like here templates. It won't go there. Okay, directly the return value. Okay, for JSON I'll show later. We go with RESTful web service. Okay, at the time again response body annotation will come. As of now, observe this one. JSON XML return types also I'll show later, not this time. Okay, next we go with RESTful web service at that time. If you don't give @ response body, it will try to load employee exist.html. That file is not there. It's a 404.
That description is this one. What he will do? So I am simply typing.
Okay.
Here.
Now finally,
search.
Now UI code.
So this will
jQuery code, you know, jQuery programming.
Again, many steps. This will contain what?
I'll try to give.
Now. So you are doing maybe like.
It's a jQuery link.
Take the ID of customer.
Script line.
What
Paste it.
You will send it to database for searching.
Here .min slim you have to remove.
If the data is found,
slim doesn't support Ajax.
And display the results.
There I'm just writing.
So these are all
it's a script
that will be performed in this use case. So that is nothing but this one. Description of the use case.
There I'm writing.
Creating, you will
it's a dollar.
System.
document dot ready,
New means
something like your main function.
customer this up. Store that information in the database. Store the information in accounts. So customer is related to account. You have an account. So those details are added. This is the detailed description for this use case. And this is the
Okay, just I'm making here
like
on
have to identify
change of this value. What is that actually? It's a EMP mail, right?
in your system in which
I'll write one ID here,
see the
even
last
EMP
one what we
mail,
discussed the system
and some error section also I'll write here.
contain outfitters. This system you are developing. So for that system, use cases are something like this.
Function
You have to identify now actors.
or on blur also you can write.
System.
You just make Ajax call here,
This is the website.
which takes 3 inputs here. URL,
The use cases. Search item. Give the feedback. Many things.
validate,
For that,
data,
see actors. Who are the actors? Customer will fill the shopping basket. Customer will empty. Customer will check out payment. Customer will reserve. So all the actors
that's actually success function.
called in this system is given
Response text. If the response text is empty,
like this. There are many. See, like shipping the item. Who will ship? Shipping person. Who will return the item? Customer. Search
else it is a empty.
order status.
I'll print some error message, EMP mail error,
like this. Any application
or alert also you can write.
Identify the use cases, actors, and draw the diagram. I will show you one simple example, then you can understand the process now.
Some red color also I'll just apply.
System, CSMS marketing system. These are CSMS reporting system. Can you refer to the previous lecture? Do you remember?
Like this I'm writing here. This Ajax code. Yeah, this is we don't do generally. It's a front-end technology, but this time you are only all-rounder.
CSMS means Consolidated Sales and Marketing System.
It's a EMP mail error.
This system, these are the actors. This one. Like that, you have many systems in that company. Order fulfillment system.
Just to print the error section.
Order.
Like this I'm writing. Let us just run and see.
And use case. Then customer account system to maintain the data of customer.
Local host.
So this is the customer. Your data will be maintained in
8080/employee and /register.
Consider that use
and check even for all also.
Involved in that.
No data.
Marketing.
Ajay.
Reporting.
Ajay@gmail.com.
Reporting. Marketing. So that will come in this. So for every system, you need to consider this kind of use cases and descriptions. Now the time to draw
it's a success.
Using the tool called UML, Unified Modeling.
No response. Perfect.
So using this tool, you are going to draw
Dev, create
use case diagram.
Sample.
Okay. So first, what you have to in this one is boundary means what? Boundary is nothing but the portion of application the users who use the application. I told you this box, what you are seeing, that is called boundary, this one.
Hmm.
Why we have that is this and this. These are the different, and these are an entity that will interact with the system. So this is the limit. So these operations will happen inside the application, and this person is outside the application. This
Sorry,
person
it's
is
a ABC.
outside the application.
Ajay,
Understand? So
it's just a
boundary you
break.
need to define like this. Actor, you have to identify who are the actors. As I told you here, this person is the actor, this person is the actor. Now this person is the actor, student, teacher, staff, admin in this system. In this system, this is actor, this is actor.
Ajay@gmail.com.
Shown that also like free.
ABCD. Working fine. It's already exist. Hope you are able to see this one.
Free, this is one actor, this is one actor. So this is the system.
This is actually without reloading. See, I did not submit.
Internally,
I did not reload. Meanwhile, you can enter some other value.
okay.
Okay, here. No issue actually. That is actually type mistake. First I inserted Ajay. Later I'm searching with ABCD.
This is the examples they give.
Okay, that's a mistake.
Actor
Okay.
means this person.
Okay, so it's Ajax code here. Of course, even you can write in a better way.
Connecting
Just
this
I wrote major functionality backend process only. I just highlighted here. In the front end, and see this is equals to making the request.
this use case.
This is nothing but once we get the response, what to do. Printing, showing the error section with red color and message. Else we are hiding this one. No error.
You can understand easily what it is. Are you getting, students?
Okay, this is Ajax call. Ajax call nothing but actually one request.
Students, are you getting this?
This is one request. Internally a request is made, question, that's actually validate question mark email is equals to some input. That's actually making request to server. Server is giving some response message. If that message is empty, we are showing this one, else not. URL and data will make HTTP request. Okay, that will make one HTTP request. Okay, Ajax call nothing but, so from browser we are making request, right? Entering the click on submit button, enter the URL and address bar. Here also one request. When this request is made, when you change some data in the EMP mail, in this input, if you just modify the data, it's actually making the request. Thanks. Let us enter ABCD even. 1000 mail QA create test abcd@gmail.com this time.
Any doubts in this?
Already exist. Ajay@gmail.com. Ajay already exist. Test@gmail.com. Test@gmail.com. Already exist. You can see all the values. ABCD Ajay and test. Clear?
Students,
yeah, generally you in the UI technologies they will integrate, but okay, temporarily. Okay, this is not the actual perfect code that I'm just giving. I'm just highlighting only backend. Concentrate on this one, just copy paste this one. Okay, if you go to Angular classes later, okay, Angular integrations and React.js integrations will be given. You learn that. You just practice and leave it this one. Okay. Edit operation, you do it. I'm just giving you as a task here. Edit operation, you check it. And there you have tried one small query checking. Okay, we should not check with every value because already that will exist here. And you can check it. Okay, it's Ajax integration. I'm just giving here. Shall I give this complete code as a GIF format?
Are you listening to me?
I have to implement even connection, pooling and logging concept.
Again, with one small one. Just for till now, you understand the process. Now see, this is the another example for your customer placing the order. Customer will search item. Customer
Just wait for a second.
Product, give feedback. Customer find different combinations. Customer the item in the shopping cart. Customer empty. Customer fill, blah, checkout, blah blah blah. These are all the use cases related.
So coding steps you can just follow here. Step number 1, define one
The
custom query at repository interface.
means inside the company. So this company is there.
Please confirm, are you able to download or not?
Inside this company, there some people will be working. So that person.
Full code link also I'm just giving here.
Internal actors are these people. Customer service representative. Store, Makhzan, sale.
In the repository.
So for them, this is the use case.
Step number 2, at service interface. Just define the method. Step number 3,
now,
at service IAM here.
We need to understand some concept here, which is when you establish the relationship between the use case and the actor.
Step number 4, at a controller. This is important.
Means it is a
UI technology may change, no guarantee, but controller code at the rate response body.
Functionality to an existing use case when required. Activities
at UI.
Unless some conditions are met. I will tell you what are they. And
so you have to add one hyperlink for jQuery. It's a library.
And you have to write.
And second,
this is called angle brackets or chevrons.
Integration code, jQuery validation code.
Extend. So renting a video.
Script.
That means online you are going and paying some money to watch the movie, CD or DVD.
This one.
You are taking for rent, ijar. What you will do? This system has this use cases like.
Yeah, I'll upload into Classroom Notes also.
Member. So this will happen only when you are new to that company or to that system.
Venugopal, what is your question? Ask.
Customer, then you don't need to invoke this use case, call this use case.
Hello.
Yeah, Venugopal, ask your question.
In case
Actually, sir, my doubt was like
trying to log in
for update and delete, we need to pass one ID, right? Like employee ID or something we need to pass update. But in controller level, we are using @get mapping, but we need to pass IDs, so we have to use @post mapping, right?
So this
no, edit is to when you click on hyperlink, it will go to database, load the object, show in the form. That's actually fetching the data. That's why it's a get. Edit nothing but showing the data in the edit form. Now when you click on submit, form data will be taken, again converted to object, store in the database. That's the concept. One is to show the data in the edit page. Second one is to post the data in the database.
This will not happen
understood?
Automatically. This will happen.
First you have to load the data into form, right?
Condition is met.
If you want to do edit, first you have to load the data into form.
This use case.
Where we have to get the data?
Considered. Come into action. You want to cancel?
In front end, we are getting as a table.
So this is the base use case.
Am I correct, sir?
Do you remember save operation?
And this is the extended.
Save operation.
First we have created one form.
Fine.
We click on submit. Then form data stored in the database.
You're renting a video.
Now where is the data available?
Suppose you have some
in DB.
Very good. Now we have to show the data in the edit. Edit means first of all we have to show the data, right? If you want to modify.
Yes, sir.
First we have to show what data you want to modify. So from database we have to load the data. Correct?
Yes, yes.
After loading the data from database to edit form, then you will modify the data. Again you will click on submit. Then we'll take this data as an object and we'll store in the database. Understood the flow?
Here we mapping.
First we have to load the data from database to edit page.
Yes, sir,
Once you load the data, This is called get mapping, fetching the data. And then you modify and click on update button. This is again post mapping. Two operations. It's not one operation.
Okay, sir.
Clear?
Something like this.
Clear, sir. But based on primary keys, we are getting data, right?
Yes, based on primary key. Here, when you click on some data page is there, right? When you click on this data page, it's actually making something like it's actually find question mark ID is equal to some 101. Just assumption you click on that ID we are giving and fetching the data based on the ID, loading into form, okay, and displaying. And once they click on submit, read the form object and doing database update.
It is giving me this login screen.
Yes.
So this is nothing.
Clear this one?
Yes, sir. Got it. Clear.
I am not a member.
Lavanya, ask your question.
Member of Lulu.
Yeah, sir, you added post, right? Post means is it will save new record or it will update the existing record?
Or I am existing.
Post method, in case of save, it will create a new record. In case of update, it will update existed record.
So this use case.
Okay, then we no need to write put for the edit.
No, it's not. That's a REST web service. That's a different one.
Not a member.
Okay.
It's a WebMVC. Browser supports only get and post.
Condition is
Okay,
met.
okay.
What is the condition?
Next is a web service. That is the same thing what you asked. Will come in the REST web service.
Okay, sir, one doubt. We are using Teamleaf for the Spring Boot, right? So here we no need to interact with Angular, React.
See, understand.
If you want to write Angular or React JS, those are non-Java UIs, right?
Extended.
In that case, we have to use REST web service only.
So this is called.
If you want videos reference now itself, I can give it to you. You can check it here.
Directly.
Just search with my name and some concepts here. Okay, there you will get Angular recording videos here, Spring Boot Angular integration or Spring Boot React JS integration. Okay, but you need some clarity of REST web service. Okay, if you want, you can check it now itself, not an issue.
Okay, fine.
What is the extension point?
Thank you, sir.
When you have to use this extend.
Okay, I'm going to post this notes also here. This is, please go through logging concepts which I gave previously even.
Means CD. Tape means magnetic tape. In the olden days, you used to have.
This is mini project
tape.
Using Spring Boot and Teamleaf. It's a 2.
The movies used to be
Part 2 code I'm just giving here. Notes link also available. Code link also available here on the top.
So they are telling that one. I will say that CD
This
not
one.
available. CD not available because
Just go through this event.
video.
Okay, download this and practice the same.
CD.
Okay, I recommend you to learn latest UI technologies. Learn Teamleaf. That's really good. But latest UI technologies always I'll recommend it here.
Extension points.
Okay.
One thing you have to
So that's a good approach. Okay, even that supports latest UI designing will be really good. Okay, I recommend, sir, Angular or React, any one you learn. No need to learn both. Angular or React, just any one you learn. Okay, Teamleaf, just practice and leave. I am only saying, right, just practice and leave it. Okay, nowadays so many people are asking full stack, Spring Boot, Angular, DevOps tools. Full stack is the most required concepts actually nowadays here. That's why I recommend that. Later your interest, no issue. Yeah, Raju, ask your question.
Another use case like a.
No, sir, I don't have any question. Just a question for workspace, sir.
I'll share. Already I shared one day back. Complete workspace is there.
Okay, in the classroom, sir.
Yeah. 9 o'clock, right?
Shopping cart means what?
So just click on workspace. Are you able to see?
Yeah, yes, sir. I mean, see, sir.
I'll share tomorrow. Just make a reminder. Complete workspace I'll share even.
Giving the
Good,
feedback.
sir. Thank you, sir.
Because once we start REST web service, then you will come to know. Raj Yadav, what is your question asked?
Just understand this is one example we consider. So you are logging into the system, for example. So when
Security will start after microservice, not now. Sai Krishna, what is your question?
Type my user ID.
Yes, at the start of the batch. The React JS is also provided for 7K, right? The combined batch.
I don't know about payment details really, Sai Krishna. You better ask admin only. I know only subject and teaching. I'm just an employee here.
Okay, sir.
Payment details and all really I don't know.
One another
Okay, you
use
better
case-
ask admin only.
One another
Yes.
use case will trigger the action sequence of events. Event will
Jay,
trigger
ask your question.
What will happen? It will go to the database. It will
Hello.
check my ID and password is correct.
Yeah, Jay, ask
So
your
we have used this request
That
param
is
and
called
module attribute
included.
to annotations,
When you're
right?
doing
So
one event,
can you please
the
explain the
other
difference between
events
those
automatically
request param.
and the module attribute
log
to
in.
annotations we have used in Contour, right?
If you want to read complete form as an object, HTML form we have,
It automatically
it's a
ID,
HTML form or any form you have. This form completely you want to read as a single object, then we go for the concept of model attribute. When you click on form submit, Spring Container creates one object
dashed arrow
for your class. You are given model class actually or entity class. If you want to read that object from Spring Container to your controller, use model attribute. No, I want to read single value, one value.
again
Or as something like in the URL, question mark key is equals to value given. Or single value in form. Form single value you want to read, or in the URL some value is coming in this format you want to read, then we go for request param. Okay, there we have to mention your data type and key. You want to read a single value. Okay.
Okay, like get mapping, we can go for the request param, and
Yes.
for the post mapping.
Request param even
something like
supported
that.
for post mapping also.
Yeah.
Post mapping also
Yeah, that's
supported.
The end of chapter.
Form data, single value is there. For example, there is an input. Okay, name is equals to some SV is there. You want to read only SV, then also request param supported. Okay, you know advanced Java request.get parameter.
Yes, yes, sir.
Request.get parameter is also used for forms data. Do you remember?
Yeah.
Yeah, here also same. Okay, additionally, one extra benefit is given for forms. This is additional benefit actually they said. Okay, are you using forms concept? Why you need to read like one by one value here? Okay, you can just use this concept here. Okay, model attribute. Okay, Lavanya request body concept comes in REST web service, not here. Clear, Jay? Raj Yadav, ask your question. I think you are in the middle.
Draw.io.
Hello, sir. This is Shoaib.
Yeah, Shoaib.
Yeah, sir. We also use the written type of model and view. Can you please explain about that?
Yeah, that will come later. Not over. It's a legacy one. Okay, that I also later. After this project, we are going to see that one.
So when you open
Generally, if you want to use a old representation as a single object creation, that combination of view and model. Now we are using model separate, right?
Yes, sir.
And we are using string. A combination of object previously model and view. Still, it is used in case of view XML or Excel or PDF exports. Will come next after creating this project, finishing this project. I'll show this model and view, which is a combination of model and string view representation as a single object that we used to work with written type, but this object should be created by programmer manually. That's why Spring Framework do not recommend to use this object nowadays. Okay, I'll show this once we finish this project.
Okay.
Gangadhar.
you have many symbols here.
Gangadhar, ask your question.
Symbols you want.
Yes, sir. In Spring Boot, how we can achieve a session and cache management?
First of all,
Session management means security. Cache management, we have to use any one vendor. Okay.
Okay.
So I'll give one recording video. Please check it once. Okay. Until you come to that concept here, there is a Redis cache mostly used.
my system name
This
is,
one.
for example, Bank Muscat.
Shall I give in chat box?
Yeah, yes.
Click on that one. Or else you can go to here and search with Redis and Raghu.
Okay, fine.
See
Thank
this
you.
one you have to draw now and show me in the next class. Bank
Yeah, Raj Yadav, ask your question.
system.
Hello.
So can you hear me?
Yeah, Raj Yadav.
Yeah, so actually just one content I given to you just yesterday class. So actually you have given delete a student and where attribute that attribute key name and as I deleted successfully.
Colors.
Okay, and after that we are doing redirect all all method.
Increase the
Hmm.
size.
Okay,
Hmm.
so while we add that attribute, so where it's going to store? So same container it's going to store, and we are reading
No,
that.
it's the redirecting. When you are trying to redirect, it will make a request internally. Redirect also one type of request. Remember, that's a request object. This
So
request object, it will internally construct URL question mark key is equals to value. This key is equals to value will be taken from redirect attributes.
okay. But, nothing but that is a same parameter we are sending with data.
Yes. Instead of writing manually, see what is the benefit? You may directly ask here, sir. While constructing redirect only, we may write like this: return. Okay, redirect. Okay, redirect colon. Some all question mark. Some message is equals to like this. Also, we can write it. Okay, something like a not exist like this. Okay, but it looks some ugly. And if you have multiple parameters, it will become complication, right? That's why redirect attributes.
So that's the reason we have means compound attribute strings and put it over there and send to another redirect URL.
Yes, sometimes directly they will enter the URL slash all. In that case, there will be no message. Okay, so something like a deleted message may come here. Sometimes just you will enter all. So in that case, how to read? Message may come sometimes and message may not come sometimes. So then what we have to do, we have to use request param. We have to make it as optional. Required is equals to false. Then we have to read string message. Okay, every time message may not come. When you delete, message will be there. When you directly try to see the data, there will be no message. That's why we write required is equals to false even. Understood that point?
Yeah,
Ram?
got it. Yeah, got it. Got it. Thank you.
Admin, banking person.
Okay, thank you for session. Continuation, we see in tomorrow's class. Okay.
Interact with this system. One second, please wait.